This is the Seven Figure Standard Podcast, hosted by Arash Vossoughi and Mikey Stiller, with mindset and strategies to help you break through and create personal freedom.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Seven Figure Standard Podcast. I'm Mikey Stiller, joined by my co-host, Arash Vossoughi, and we're so happy to be back with you for another episode. Today, we're going to be talking about stretching and getting out of your comfort zone. Arash, how are you, my friend?
I'm great, Mikey. How are you?
I am doing great as well, and you know a thing or two about stretching and getting out of your comfort zone. So why don't you kick us off with why people are so uncomfortable with getting uncomfortable?
Well, normally it's because they don't have a goal. It's more of a wish or a hope. And staying comfortable is so seductive to the program. The program does not want you to get out of your comfort zone. We've talked on many episodes how important our programming is to our life, because until the program changes, nothing's going to change. Now, I'll bring some heat to this for a moment. Not getting out of your comfort zone is a dumb idea. I want everyone to hear that, because it's impossible to create a world-class life, to create how you really want to live on your own terms by being in your comfort zone. And I hear it all the time with clients. They say, I really want X. It's a big thing. I really want it. And then the next thing they say is, well, I'm going to wait till the perfect time. See, that's somebody who's going right back into where they are. And stretching is the deal. Not everybody has to stretch, but not everyone has to win in a big way. A key component of winning is stretching. And every day, we have to do at least one thing that is out of our comfort zone. Because when we do it, then it becomes normal. Like everyone listening, their comfort zones are going to change so much. What was uncomfortable is your new baseline. And then you want to upgrade that too. Because if you want to achieve a significant quantum leap, that demands personal transformation. Most people are thinking linearly. They're thinking, I'm going to work doggedly harder at this. I'm going to get more clients. So they keep trading their time for money. Getting out of your comfort zone is working on quality over quantity. It's working on qualitative actions, qualitative thinking more than quantitative thinking. And it is so important to really get emotionally involved with this idea.
Arash, I love that. I love how you started this off. And we've talked about how if you want to create freedom or if you want to achieve your goal, you're going to have to pay the price. What is the price? Whatever it demands. And so oftentimes when people hear you're going to have to pay the price, they think monetarily. I'm going to have to pay something in money. But a lot of the price in achieving freedom or achieving your goals is that being willing to get uncomfortable every single day, because it's so against what we want to do.
I think it's so interesting. Like, I can look back. I think money is the least inexpensive price that you have to pay.
Mm-hmm.
And I wouldn't have thought that years ago because I didn't have any money, but I also didn't understand how one idea could change my life so significantly. That price is commitment. Nothing happens without commitment. We did an episode on decision making, and I talked about irrevocable committed decisions. Until somebody commits, it's impossible to create something significantly better. I tell our clients all the time, if you're 90%, 99% committed, you're 100% all out. Mm-hmm. Commitment means you're all in no matter what. No shit, no kidding. I'm going all in. This is how I'm going to live. This is what I'm going to do. I don't care how it happens. I don't care what I have to do in terms of stretching, but this is what I'm doing. And that's really the prequel to creating something massive. And when we talk about massive, it's the little things compounded over time create the massive jumps.
Arash, I love what you just said when you said monetarily is the least of the prices you're going to have to pay. A few days ago, Monica, our director of coaching, posted something on Instagram. I reposted it because I thought it was so good, but it basically said, and I'm paraphrasing, I don't remember exactly what it said. A peaceful home, a home full of love, a peaceful mind, and a fit body are things you can't pay for, you have to earn. And I think that goes to exactly what we're talking about. You can't pay for freedom. You can't pay for wealth in the sense of all areas of your life. You have to earn it every single day. Will you talk about how you do that through processes and daily disciplines and increasing your awareness little by little? It doesn't happen overnight.
Well, you earn it first by your thinking. And everything in life we have to earn. There's nothing we don't earn, even our thoughts. You give really bad thoughts, you're going to earn bad results. You give bad action, you're going to get bad results. You give really good disciplined thoughts, you're going to get great results. I love this quote. I always tell our elite clients this. It's a quote by Napoleon Hill. He says, there's a difference between wishing for a thing and being ready to receive it. I'm going to stop right there. Okay. Well, they'll say, I don't understand why I don't have it. And I always say, well, are you ready to receive it? They say, yes. I said, have you paid the price? They said, well, somewhat. I said, so you're not ready to receive it. Are you sending double binding messages? Always focusing on what's missing, always focusing on the economy, not ready to receive it. I told a story to one of our elite coaching groups this week, and I said, anybody who talks about a recession, I think they're nuts. I really do, because I was in the mall with my family on Saturday. I mean, it was packed. I mean, people were circulating money like you wouldn't have believed. And see, you can't think lack and create abundance. But then Hill says, no one is ready for a thing until he believes he can acquire it. Well, how do you get belief? You accept an idea, you stretch, you know that creation's already finished. Your goal is already here. He says the state of mind must be belief, not mere hope or wish. Open-mindedness is essential for belief. Well, we want to become more flexible with our thinking. Too many people are too rigid. I don't know any big goal that I've achieved that I haven't changed my plan multiple times. But in order to change your plan, you first have to understand the price, like you said, and I've said many times, the price is what you have to commit to. The price is what you have to be willing to pay. What is that price? It's whatever it demands. That's discipline. That's getting in a group of A+ performers. That's thinking in a certain way. That's acting in a certain way. That's elevating your standard. Our standard is our minimal baseline to what we commit to. That's what standard is. It's our code of ethics. It's our commitment. These are the prices we have to pay. And until we pay the price, we're not ready to receive it. If I'm constantly sending double binding messages saying, I want great things, but I'm focusing on what's missing, double binding message, not ready to receive it. So stretching and getting out of your comfort zone is the deal. And I want everyone listening to this to set a target. Set a target that you're going to do at least minimally one thing that is out of your comfort zone every day. Then you get in the spirit of it and take action. Watch how comfortable you become with what was once uncomfortable, and watch what you start drawing to you.
Arash, I love that. I love it. Okay, so what I want to know now is this in alignment with, one step further than, or something completely different than the law of attraction and manifestation?
Well, I mean, I never use the word manifestation a lot. I mean, it is manifestation, but the law of attraction, most people don't understand. The law of attraction says like attracts like, but it's a secondary law. The primary law is the law of vibration. We attract the frequency we are consistently vibrating on. So we want to bring our vibration up to how we want to live. And you're not going to do that having a bad attitude, having timidness. You've got to have a swagger to what you're doing. You got to have this knowingness. I know that I know. You've got to bring out that dog in you. That's your instinct. That's where you are trusting yourself explicitly. And every time you get out of your comfort zone, you build more trust within yourself. You say, I know it's out of my comfort zone, but I know that I know I can do it. And even if you fail, you actually improved your identity by just attempting. See, getting out of your comfort zone is not a mechanical thing. It's a emotional connection with doing. And once you get in the doing, the way is shown.
Is getting out of your comfort zone something that gets more comfortable the more that you do it, if that makes sense? Like, is it easier to step out of your comfort zone the more regularly you do it, just like building any habit?
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna know the feeling, that real feeling inside. It's like this anxiousness, but once you start doing it, you have experience from the past. So okay, I'm just gonna do it. I've done it before. Even if I've never done this, I know I can do it. What's challenging for people is they're constantly letting the outside control their inside. So in the program, the way it is designed is it does not want you to stretch. It wants you to stay comfortable. It is going to give you signals to hold on tightly to what you've always done. This is why we have to be very aware of never letting the outside disturb us. But when we do, why are we letting the outside disturb us? Like, I had a client the other day I was talking to, and he said, I just need to change my thermostat. I said, you need to do far more than change your thermostat. You need to find out what's under the thermostat that's causing the thermostat. And he goes, what do you mean? I said, look at your standards. Look at your double binding messages. Look at your disciplines. I said, you're not even aware that you're thinking linearly. You're thinking about working harder. See, when we really create a massive quantum leap, it's when we are working smarter, not harder. And we're willing to get out of our comfort zone, because that's called quality, not working on 10 items, but working on one to three strategies in a very high capacity with that swagger and dog that I was talking about. And everyone has it. There's no one that doesn't have it. They've just got to get to know themselves better. And here's the key to getting out of your comfort zone. You've got to start getting to know yourself better and ask yourself, why am I staying comfortable? Because I know everybody listening to this knows nothing magical happens inside their comfort zone. But we've got to trust ourselves instead of conforming to the outside and say, I'm going to be an outlier in my environment, and I'm going to create a massive, significant quantum leap. And when you do that, you're going to create an environment around you where willpower is not necessary, where you're going to be around A+ performers who are constantly going to stretch you, constantly going to push you, and you're going to want to be your very best.
Arash, whenever you step out and get uncomfortable, eventually you're going to be comfortable again in that level of uncomfortness. And so it's just going to keep going. You're going to need to keep stepping outside of your comfort zone as your comfort zone grows. How do you keep moving and realize when you need to step out again?
Well, you need to step out every day, at least once. That's what I believe. I don't think you have to be out of your comfort zone all day long to create significant results. But your mindset and attitude have to continually be elevating, constantly growing. That's why I say what we're doing right now in this present moment, as you and I are recording this, that's what's creating our future results. But here's the great thing about your comfort zone once you break free of it, is you've stretched, you never go back to that original state. So now you're working from a completely different awareness, and you're going to start downloading all the strategies you need, what you need to do next, what you need to release from your behaviors and mindsets and actions that no longer serve you. What we've got to get comfortable doing is detaching from our past selves thinking. We've got to shed that old skin. That old person is outdated. And this is why when we talked about the episode on building a bigger idea, it's so important. Like, you can look at me and you, Mike, and say, if we think the same way we're thinking right now, we're not going to go forward. We're actually going to go backwards, because we're either growing or we're dying. We never stay the same. Part of the deal is stretching. That's when the magic happens. And when you start getting comfortable stretching, the game is going to change. Watch where your vibration takes you to. You're going to lift yourself to levels you've never been. And then all of a sudden, you're going to attract all these wonderful people, all these wonderful ideas. And you're going to also impact your identity so much and your standards so much, because your level of courage is going to change so significantly.
So good. All right, Arash, let's get into the action step for today.
Well, I'm going to give the action step that I gave. is I want everyone to commit to do one thing that is every day, one thing that is uncomfortable. That may be a phone call. Hopefully it's action steps that you're taking, calling that client you never called, calling that mentor that you've always wanted to be mentored by, and saying, can I shadow you? Taking somebody out to lunch. It's little things that create breakthroughs in getting uncomfortable. But I want you guys to be a dog. There is a dog inside of you. Bring that person that knows how to do 10 times better than what you're doing right now. And you've got to let that person out. You can't let them out in your comfort zone. Time you're letting the outside, that voice stop you, say, no, I am not accepting this. This is where I'm going. And watch how quiet that voice gets. Bet on yourself. Pay the price. That price is whatever it demands. And remember, stretching is the deal. The reward is going to be far greater. And I will leave you with this. The reason people don't get out of their comfort zone is because of fear. And I'm going to tell you that right now. But I think it's scarier for someone to be where they are year after year than actually doing the thing one time that'll break them free.
I loved this episode, Arash. Thank you so much. This was a pretty short episode, so you can go back and listen to it again. Please share this with your friends and family. Leave us a rating and review. It would really help us and help us get the show out to more people. And we'll see you back next week on the 7-Figure Standard podcast for another episode. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you for listening to this episode of 7-Figure Standard. We hope you found the insights and strategies helpful on your journey to success. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave us a rating and review on your favorite podcast platform to help us reach more people like you. To learn more about Arash and Mikey and how Voss Coach & Co. can help you achieve your goals and reach new levels of success, visit vosscoachandco.com. Thank you again for listening, and we'll see you on the next episode of 7-Figure Standard.